This tutorial looks at the publication and promotion information that is required to get you to the end of your project. While you're not required to promote your actual website as part of your assignment 2, it is really important for us to look at the ways that you would do it if you were required to do it. I mentioned before that with regards to promotion, we're dealing with all of that in Digital 3 and in some cases Digital 4, so the other two modules. So we're, with regards to promotion here, it's not essential that we deal with it because anybody doing web development will also be doing Digital 3 at least. Okay, so what I'm going to do in this section, it's all about laying out where you would put it if you were going to publish it, which you are, and where you would promote it and how you would promote it if you were going to do so, which you're not. Okay, so with regards to that, we'll move off into the section. So far we've dealt with system analysis and content analysis when you're dealing with planning. So we're moving into publication and promotion information. Okay, so we'll have a look at what are the different stages involved in publishing information. Okay, so first of all, domain names. Have you thought about one? I'm not asking, nobody's asked to buy one in this particular module, but what I would like you to do is source one, see which one would be the best for your particular concept, see if it's available or not, and get a price on it. Okay, and you can do all of that through websites such as GoDaddy.com, which all you need to do is, if you were looking for a website called tailoredfilms.ie, you just type in the domain name you're looking for. It will tell you whether it's available or not. It will give you alternatives if it's not available, and it will give you the pricing per year for the actual domain name if it is available. Okay, so that's the first thing you got to figure out. What domain name would you like? Now, it's very important from both a publishing and a promotional aspect as a domain name, because it's got to be something that is catchy, something that people will remember and people will hopefully return to. Okay, web space, that's the next thing. Now, as part of this actual module, later on when we move on to the publishing section, I will be actually I'll be actually giving you web space. I'll be giving you an address to go and get some web space. It'll be free and we'll use it just for hosting your website on. But in real life, when you get to this section, it's very important that you actually find a web space for you, because not only is it a place to host your website, it doesn't really make any difference what location it's in, but what is important is maybe other restrictions that are applied to it. Okay, so with regards to location and restrictions, my advice would be, keep it simple with regard to location. If it's available and it's cheap within your country, by all means use it. But if it's not, look abroad. Restrictions are extremely important. Some websites and some hosting services won't allow you to put on certain types of programming language such as CGI or extensions and so on. So if you're intending on using these types of things, make sure that the hosting site that you're talking about will allow you to do so. Okay, feedback. Well, feedback once upon a time used to come from the hosting service, but now, the whole idea of Google Analytics will allow you to put a little bit of code on your website, just cut and paste, and it will give you all the information that you need. And the cost. This is really important because at the end of the day, depending on where you host your site or who you host it with, there could be huge variations in the cost that you're paying. So look around and shop around. Okay, so there your publishing information. With regards to promotional information, as I mentioned, most of what we're talking, in fact, all of what we're talking about here will be explained in way more detail in the Digital 3 module. So it's all about how you're going to host it, what channels are you going to use to promote it, what domain name you're going to use, and the timing of your promotions. Okay, so all of this is discussed fully in, as I say, in the Digital 3 module. Okay, so as well as that, as we know, some of the marketing channels that we're talking about, some social media channels will cost you money, some won't, but all of them will cost you your time And that is, in certain cases, that's the equivalent of money. So be very careful with which channels you're going to use, and be as effective and as efficient as you possibly can when you're dealing with promotion. Web design assignment 1 for Kilmainham Jail. This is their publication and promotion. So they talked about where they're going to publish it, what they're going to do. They actually talked about the domain names and what domain name they were thinking about sourcing. And again, as I keep saying, you won't be buying this domain name. There's no need to do so. If you want to for your own self, but not for your assignment, you don't need to. But you need to be able to source exactly if it's available, and if it is, how much it's going to cost per year. Okay.